Do you want to buy the model homes of one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Palm Beach? Well, check it out. That's what we got for you today here at Living in Palm Beach. Today, we are going to be in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Palm Beach, which is in Jupiter, Florida. The decorated models are for sale. We're going to take you through them. We're going to tell you a little bit about the community. This community is getting ready to sell out, so now is the last chance to buy in one of the premier properties in Palm Beach. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury Homes, and welcome to Bridgewater. Come take a walk with me as we walk in one of the most prestigious communities in all of Palm Beach, Bridgewater, and there's a few reasons for that. Jupiter is an address that people love. Near the, Jupiter is the most northern part of Palm Beach, near the ocean, the lighthouse. You've all probably seen the lighthouse. This is nice because you get a lot of land. Like that last one we're going to go in a little bit later, Livingston, is on about an acre of land. In the back, they have a community or section called the Retreat. They have up to 5 acres. So I tell people, we often get people wanting places with land. I tell people, if land is your thing, Bridgewater is your place. So let's go check out the Oakley. So here we are in the backyard of the Oakley. So this they're using, I'll tell you more about this later, but they're using the Oakley as their sales center. It's the garage of the Oakley. The Oakley is the smallest home of the 3 models that they have for sale, but it shows well, as you can tell. This is actually one of the most popular models too. This community is 107 homes, and for the price, this community sold really fast. I remember being here when they first opened up this community about 3 years ago. They had a band over there. They invited some of the more prominent realtors to come preview the community. They did a great big party, and here it is 3 short years later, and they're closing out. So just so you know, it's not always not always possible to buy the models. They only sell the model homes when they're done selling out the community, which they are here now. And what happens normally, which is also the case here now, is it comes with the furniture. So anything you see inside, you will get. If you guys are interested in any of these models that we see, reach out to our team. We'll send you like snapshots and drone footage. It's a high-end community. They do a lot of drone like high-end stuff because they can. They have a bigger marketing budget because it's a bigger home. As an example, this is the Oakley. It's the least expensive of the models we're going to see. This you can buy at roughly $4,175,000. So as you can tell, there's a little bit higher price of a community, but it's in Jupiter and it's on a lot of land. So that's the reason. So these are not exactly immediate delivery, but they're pretty close. As an example, the Oakley right now is looking about 6 months from now. So if your time frame is 6 months, that's when you can take delivery of his home. This one's going to take a little bit longer than the other 2 that I'm going to show you. And the reason is because the sales center is the garage, and it's going to take a little bit to convert it back into a house. When we first, not that long ago, I'm going back over here, like in the front, that was all gated off. You wouldn't be able to walk in. The reason why you can walk in is now these houses are for sale. If you bought in this community, you did really well. There have been resales since this community opened, and some of these people made $1 million. I think there's five homes for sale today that are resales. Just so you know, here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we do both new construction and resale. So if you want help on that, we can help with either one. But I'm happy to say that most of the people that bought in this community early on, or even in the mid section, did very well purchasing here in Bridgewater. All three of these homes do have pools. Couple things about it, because there's so much land. This is not like your typical like Avenir or Westlake or Arden. This is a unique community from the standpoint that you can build casitas. That's what they call a casita, a small house. You can actually buy, like the other ones we're going to go in later, do not have casitas. You can actually, after closing, you could build a casita, and the regulation here from an HOA perspective, the HOA rules, you can build a casita as big as 50% of your overall house. As an example, the Livingston is approximately, I don't have it here, but I'll get it, but it's over 5,000, let's call it 5,000 square feet under air. It's bigger than that. But if it were 5,000 square feet of under air, you can build a casita that's 2,500 square feet under air, or technically another house. The other thing about having a lot of land is that you can build a tennis court, you can build your own pickleball court. So that's what people do. All those houses out there, they're all closed. Well, they're at least all sold. Maybe not all sold and closed. But I've seen homes that are designed that they have tennis courts in their backyard, they have pickleball in their backyard. You get, basketball courts in your backyard. The choice is yours. With this much land, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So without further ado, I'm going to take it into the next model. It's called the Madeira. It's a step up from this one in terms of size and, of course, price. Well, let's go check it out. As I showed you earlier, this is the Oakley, and in the Oakley is their sales center. And if you walk into their sales center on your own, by yourself, you are absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be with you there on your first visit. We will help you throughout the journey. If you walk in there directly on your own, you are working directly with an employee of the builder. And if there are other stuff, like if there are other homes for sale in this community, they're not going to tell you, because they're going to want to sell you their models. We can help you with either one. There's no discount for not using us. There's no discount for not using a realtor. In fact, you can even ask them. They'll tell you that. The key is we need to be there on your first visit, and we'll be there for the whole duration, from first visit to closing. If there's any custom or any other items that you need, is not as much drywall with models, but if there are any questions that come up, and there will be questions because it's such a unique situation, we will be there to help you here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. I just walked in this Madeira, and just to preview it before I film it with you guys, and this place shows really well. I mean, the other one had some stuff in there because they're still selling out of here. This one's completely ready to go. I want to give you some. I didn't give you the footage on the last one, but the square footage on that Oakley is roughly about 3,400 square feet under air. Here on the Madeira, you're looking at about 5,000 square feet under air. It's a nice home, and it's a bigger home, and it shows really well. Well, let's go check it out. Let's start with the driveway. This is a really long driveway. I'm going to turn this around. You can see what I mean by that. So if you're entertaining and you have lots of guests, there's no problem here in this model. So this is a 4-bedroom, 5-bath with a loft. It says option for a casita because I'm reading off the sheet from when they were selling the homes. They're all sold out, and the rest of the community, the other 100 and some odd homes. But as you can see, the backyard's nice. I'm going to go out there in a minute. You're going to appreciate that. It's a nice long backyard, but you could put a casita back there. And again, it's up to 50% of your home. So if this has a 4,000 square foot home, you can put a 2,000 foot casita back there. This is also a 2-story home, which gives it a whole nother dynamic. Before I go there, let me show you the dining room. I think it's a nice dining room. It's a dining room, but it's not like a typical formal dining room. And I'll show you why I mean that. So while this is a dining room, and it has a built-in wine shelves and a built-in wine cooler, it's also very open. It's about the most open dining room you will ever see. It's almost like it's part of the house. You can use this really for anything. But you can see you have a chandelier hanging from the middle. It's more geared for having this as a dining room, but KitchenAid is what they're using in here. Nice big one. This is upper end KitchenAid. Nice big one here. You have your butler's pantry here. Let me show you. And off your butler's pantry, you have a nice size pantry for your food. Over here, you have next to, so obviously you have a big island here. Nice, big, long, deep, big sink. There's a huge sink. See? But over here, you have like these benches. I love this. You can sit down here. And this is the rest of your dining area. So my guess is if you live here, you're going to pretty much use the island, which is, it can fit a lot of people. And you can fit a lot of people here in this space. Very, very practical floor plan here in the Madeira. A superbly elegant master suite. I love this. And I tell you why people are going to like this. First off, it's big, right? From here to there, lots of room in this bedroom, but these windows, people love like bay windows like this. And it's got these 3 windows. If you can see them, you have these 3 windows. And then over here, you've got a window. And over here, you've got a window. So obviously you're going to probably put shades, like they have shades up in there, but if you want a room with a lot of light, this one has it. I just walked through the bathroom, as you could tell, and here you've got a it's so big, it's echoes in here. You've got a really big master closet. And then you got, look at this even. And under the stairs here, you have more storage. So if you want to hide things, it's a good place to hide things. Here in the master bath, you have a nice, it's not the biggest shower in the world, but it's a standing shower. And the reason why it's not the biggest shower in the world is because this is a big tub. See that? So I get more and more people that are critical and wanting tubs. This one definitely has it. And I feel like having a tub helps you when it comes to resale, even though if you don't like it necessarily or or you're indifferent towards it, get it, because when it comes to resale, that thing will help sell your house. So this house, because it's not this part of the sales center, is a quicker delivery. You can get this one in about 5 months, more or less. Stick around. I'm going to go to the retreat later. The retreat is is where all those 5-acre lots are. I mean, it's all going to be land and whatnot, but I'll show you the lots of land and where it is. It's in a really nice area. It's in the back. The other thing about this community is it's really quiet. If you were to look at this community on a map, you're close enough to like the main roads, like the Florida Turnpike and Route 95, which are two main roads here. But it's far enough away. We're far enough east of the Turnpike and the 95 that you just don't hear anything. Not just that, the way it works is the wind from the ocean blows all the sound westward, and so unlike some other communities, there's Ronaldo, there's Sonoma, there's a few other prominent communities here. This one, from a noise perspective, is the best. What's the price on this home? Well, let's go upstairs and I'll tell you. So if you like an open second floor, this is the home for you. This is a huge, I mean, technically this is a loft. There's a gigantic loft. The way this home is set up, I mean, obviously you could make it do a few things, but do different things to make it a little bit closed. I wouldn't do it. I think people appreciate the openness of it. But I'm looking here you can see the chandelier behind me. Let me turn this camera around. You'll see that, whoops, hang on. You'll see that it gives you, having this the way it's set up, it gives you a great view. See what I mean? So this shows rather well. I mean, they're making it like more like a loft area. And usable ping pong table and all that kind of stuff. But back here is your room. So you got another separate room. I think this is very good. If you want someone to stay a little bit of your guests or something like that, this would be helpful. You got a nice big closet if they were your guests. If you have kids coming back from school and they want a little bit of separation, a little bit on your own, this would be nice. I wouldn't say in-laws because it's upstairs. I mean, it depends how old your in-laws are. But if you want something to be a little bit separate, it's got its own little bathroom right here, which you can use for the loft area. So for a second floor, this is amazing. As I promised, pricing. So this Madera model, again, with furniture and everything, is $4,239,000. I remember when I first came here, I remember falling in love with this backyard. Let's go check it out. Can you beat that? So they have a nice covered area here too. I mean, if I go back a little bit, I think you can appreciate it. This is all like AstroTurf grass I'm walking on now. Nice pool leading to a little putting green. Lots of yard space. That's why people buy in this community. If they want lots of space, this is the community for you. Over here, I'll turn the camera around and you can appreciate the amount of covered outdoor space you have here. All right, so the other thing I think you're going to appreciate is, first off, they've got I would say it's a little bit on the basic side, this grill, this outdoor kitchen, but you have the room to do like a lot more. You can expand on this. Right now, you just have you got a grill. I was worried that something might be living in there. You had a grill, you have a refrigerator. You do have you have outdoor plumbing, which is not hooked up, but you do have that. But there's a lot of space here where you can extend all this and maybe make a little bar area. I think you can do a lot with this outdoor area for outdoor entertaining. The other thing, this is what I wanted to point out. This is like a cabana bath. It's locked, but on the other side of this is the bathroom. So what happens is if you have someone out inside the pool and you don't want them coming in the house and trekking water all over the place, you have a bathroom right off the pool area. So if you're looking for a community that has an elaborate clubhouse and whatnot, this is not going to be your community. This is set up for like estate homes. And in this kind of environment, people just don't have clubhouses. You know, you go to each other's houses. So I'm in the backyard of the Madeira. This is 0.98 of an acre. So basically an entire acre. As you could see, the fence is right here. Everything back there to the lake is common area. As you can see, there's a lot of common area. And then across the way, there's another house back there with a lot of common area and another probably acre piece of property. So you're not going to hear your neighbors pretty much. Over there, to that side was the Oakley that we were in before. Believe it or not, that Oakley is that the plot of land there is even bigger. That is 1.2 acres. That was a nice backyard too, don't you think? I like this one better. I like the way it sits. It's just straight back. That one, the Oakley, this is just personal preference. You could, you're welcome to disagree with me. I mean, it's up to everyone's different. But this Oakley, I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that. It's sort of like, it's a pointy lot. I mean, I guess you could say a lot of unusual lots oftentimes are priced a little bit better. But that is literally 1.2 acres. So even though it's a smaller house, it's on a bigger piece of land. I could see a guy in the back there, a couple houses down. He did a great job planting a bunch of coconut trees. I mean, you can go to town on these homes here. There's just so much land between stuff you can. The fact you can put a casita, technically a second house, in your backyard permitted is a really big deal. I gotta say this too. Here's another big factor. Jupiter is a highly sought after town. It's the most northern part of Palm Beach County. But here's the secret about Bridgewater. It is just barely, but it is barely, above the county line. So this is technically Martin County. And I'll tell you why that's important. Taxes, real estate taxes in Martin County are lower than in Palm Beach County. I had heard it'd be about 1.6. I asked them here at DiVosta, the builder, what they're guiding people. They're guiding them at 1.7. 1.6, 1.7. It's definitely a little bit less than what you get in Palm Beach County, which is just literally, I mean, you could walk it. It's literally like 100 yards over the border, but it has a Jupiter, highly sought after Jupiter address. The other thing about this house, check this out. You see what I just did there? I literally took those doors and pocketed them right into the house, making this big outdoor area, all open. I mean, it goes right into the house. I'm outside and then I'm inside. You could build like a little bit of a screen in here. I don't know that I would do that per se. You can put like screens in there and then keep this open in the cooler months. But definitely in the cooler months when there's no bugs out, I would keep that open. This shows really well. That's one of my favorite features here in this house is those pocket doors. Why is Jupiter, Florida so sought after? Well, a couple reasons. It has one of the nicest beaches. In my book, if you look at Palm Beach, you have the northern beaches of Jupiter Beach and Juno Beach are the best beaches in the county. Delray Beach and Boca Raton, they've got some nice ones, but the better ones in my book is here. In fact, I would even say Jupiter is one of the nicest beaches on the east coast of the United States. You're far enough removed from there, and you're also very close. To get to the beach from here, it's about 6 miles, so it's a short ride. And you can also, it's a great location from, if you travel, we are very close to Route 95 and to the Florida Turnpike, but also far enough away that you can't hear them. If you are a fisherman, Jupiter is for you. The Jupiter Inlet is the home of the Jupiter Lighthouse. If you go to Jupiter Pier, there's got a short pier. In the morning early, you see people fishing off the pier. It's a great place to go diving. I've seen manatees there. If you're into water sports, Jupiter is a place for you. 19 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honor to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about moving to this area and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally, two of the best ways is in the description and the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is accept some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating to here to sunny South Florida. So this is the house I wanted to show you more than the others. This is my favorite. When I walked into this house for the first time years ago, I was awestruck. This is just a beautiful home. And it looks even better now that, like, there used to be a gate here. The reason why they put gates in the sales center, just so you know, they don't want people just like bypassing the sales center and walking right in the model. So they do a lockout pretty much. But now that the homes are for sale and there's not that many left, it's easier to control. So they take the gate off, and it gives you a better idea as to what you can expect if you were to buy this house. Here, I'll walk backwards here with you guys. This driveway is massive. It's also not just one straight driveway. It's unique. You know, it curves a little bit. I'm walking this way. I'm walking that way. It has a little island in the middle of the driveway where that's for you Northerners, you might not know what that's called. That's called a Christmas palm tree. It has over here, you have some more landscape. It's a ton of driveway, and wait till you go inside. This is a big house. This house is actually 5,400 square feet under air. So like I said, over 5,000 earlier. It is 5,400 square feet under air. It's got the two-car garages, right? You got two there as a side load and two as a front load. Let's go check out the Livingston. Similar to the Madeira, this has a open concept for a dining area. It also helps that they have the stairs have this kind of rail, which is open. It helps open up the house. But here's your dining area, and as you can tell, it looks like it doesn't even look. It's like a very open concept for a dining room. So as you can see, they have a lot of stuff laid out here, and I'll tell you why. This builder is doing, and I'm going to show that community really soon here with you guys here on YouTube. There's a community that this builder is working on called East Point. If you're a golfer, it's one of the premier golf communities. Community's been around a long time. It's been around like 50 years. But there's a section that they just bought out, the DiVosta Pulte Homes, which is the parent company of DiVosta. DiVosta is the signature label for their luxury end homes. But Pulte bought out that property, and now they're building their part and adding to the community of East Point. So where did they find that land? Well, it used to be a driving range. That's how we do things here. If you look in South Florida in general, there's not a lot of land left. Like Miami and Broward, there's nothing left. There's you notice how most of my videos are Palm Beach and North and Martin County, maybe Port St. Lucie. That's where the land is right now. The other stuff, there's a lot less new construction down that way. There is some. If you are interested in Broward and Miami new construction, reach out. We can help you. There is some stuff. But most of the available land is here, and they do creative things to get it. As an example, the East Point was a driving range for the golf course, which they bought out and they made it into more homes and nice homes. And here, this area is pretty open as well. Here's your family room, and the ceilings there. I don't know how well you can see that. But they're, I don't know, 30 feet tall, 30 feet tall. If I come around here, you've got you got the nice kitchen, double oven. They're actually in this home, they upgraded the appliances. This is what I have at home. I love this thing. This is a Wolf oven, Wolf microwave. This is what I have. I have exact thing home. This is high-end stuff. I bought ours a long time ago, and I think I paid like, builder price, of course. I paid about 10 grand for it. These things are expensive. Hooded. So all the appliances here are Wolf and Sub-Zero. That's like their sister labels, the same company, really. Nice big. So they went to town here with the appliances here at the Livingston. They also have the nice dining area. There's a big dining area right here off the kitchen. They also have that butler pantry type of effect. Little counter here, butler's pantry back here. Once again, goes into a large pantry. Guess how much this price is? Before you see it, I want to know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you're wrong, it's okay. We're not going to make fun of you. FYI, remember this for later. That's your cabana bath. This is a master suite for a king and queen. As we walk in here, of course, you got this elegant bed here. You can put any size bed you want in there. But I love this over here because over here on this side of the master bedroom is what they call a sitting area. It's not just a sitting area, it is sitting area right next to the pool. All right, here's your master bath. They've got that window. DiVosta likes putting windows in their showers. I did one recently, a video recently in Avondale. Different type of community. This is a much higher end community than Avondale, but even in that community, they'd like to put windows off their showers. This is a nice long shower. And the funny thing is about these things too, I get people ask me, you notice there's no step down? Well, you don't notice until now. But there's no step down. They do this a lot, so it's easy to get in. And down here is the drain, and it's all pitched to go down there. So you can take a shower here, and you don't really have a you can take a shower here, and you don't really have the worry about water getting all over the place. This was engineered properly. This is a terrific master closet. Check this out. This is a big closet, and it's got the mirror thing going here. Let's see how many of me I can see. You see the back of my head, back of my bald head. So this master suite is one of the nicest suites you'll see. And when I tell you the price, you'll know why all this elegance goes into this home. So in a minute, I'm going to walk upstairs. But when they were selling these homes as a to-be-built basis. Here's the sheet they were using. It all says sold out next to it now because they are sold out, except for this one. By the way, if you're interested in these, the best way to do that, I talk about that Zoom and whatnot. We work with relocation buyers and people either locally or lots of times out of the state, out of country, all the time. You just want to ask questions about this model or any other communities, and we would love to help you. When they were selling this, home, it was 5,400 square feet under air. It had the possibility of a 5-bedroom or a 7-bedroom, 5, 6, or 7, 5.5 bath or a 7.5 bath or anything in between. A casita was an option. 4-car garage, I showed you that. So there's a lot of flexibility, but they built this house, as you can tell by all these extras, and this is what you get if you buy this house. They went to town on this house. Let's go upstairs. I wonder, this came to mind. I wonder how many words they put up here that there was sublimity, you know what I mean, that they put up here to wow you, like wow's over there, and to inspire you. They try to, powerful home. These are like buying terms. I love what they do here. LOL is down here. And that's when I first showed you creative fun. This is a big loft, right? This whole area up here is basically a big loft. You do have over here a room that looks ideal for a theater room because it is a theater room. I mean, they made it as a theater room, but you could have made this when you were first building in here. You could have made this a bedroom, obviously, but this is if you don't know how we can know this, they have surround sound speakers in the ceilings. They've got the theater lights. They have up there they have the projector that projects. I have one of these at home. I love this stuff. Projector that goes onto the screen. Over there you have then there's not many windows in here because you don't want windows in a theater room. They have one small window there that has blacking curtains. So you could see that there. So listen, and they got nice elegant chairs. In the future, you could actually build, and this is what I would do if I owned this house. I would build a platform for this second row of chairs so that you could see over the other. Just a couple of ideas. But there's a lot you can do here with the Livingston model here in Bridgewater of Jupiter. Continuing on, we go here, off that loft area. Another full bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. And over here, another full bedroom, ensuite bathroom. Last but not least, this is probably one of the better ones because it's got this like alleyway, like this doorway. If you wanted to, you can sort of figure out a way to close that off maybe. I don't know, maybe it might be too narrow for that. But if you walk through here, you have your own bathroom and a nice bedroom. Man, this house looks nice. Before I give you the price, let me show you the view. I'm up in the loft. There's got two views here. Here's the view to the back. And here's the view from the front. So if you go like floor to ceiling, you're about 30 feet. I mean, that's just me guessing. I don't know what it is actually, but I've got in my house, I've got the high ceilings as well. It's sort of like the same setup where I have a second floor and it goes up into it. It shows if you want a grand entrance or unique grand entrance, this is the home for you. So while I stand in front of this funky wall, my goal is to give you the price. This Livingston model is $5,000,000 $130,000. So this home is actually the quickest in terms of being able to deliver. Where you can get this home in about 4 months. You can have this home, assuming you have $5,130,000. You can have this home in about 4 months' time. And I didn't even go outside yet. And this home does the exact same thing. Look at that view from your kitchen. So, as I mentioned, this is a little bit smaller from an covered patio, covered porch, covered loggia, whatever you want to call it, perspective. Here, remember I said, remember the cabana bath? That's where it is. Same concept. You don't have to trek if you're in the pool, you don't have to trek the water throughout the house. Again, nice big yard. I'm going to walk it a little bit here. They've got like marble tile here. It looks great. And of course, the way they open those doors pocket like the other ones did. The only difference is these ones actually have a corner. It looks really nice this way. And it sort of stops right here. They've got lots of landscape here. And you can walk back there, but there's a lot of space back there. If you have a dog or you want something for them to walk around on, there's plenty of space for that. I noticed there's some signs back there, and I'll tell you what those signs mean in a second. So what do you think one of the number one questions we get here selling homes in Florida? Are there alligators there? That's right. There are alligators back there. That sign basically is warning you that yes, there's I don't know if there's definitely one there now, but all these canals, these lakes are connected, and alligators move from lake to lake, pond to pond, whatever you want to call these things, canal to canal. So that's what they do, and they're all connected, and they'll go from one to the other depending on where the fish are. So that's sort of how that works. I mean, they're not. If you have a dog, it's okay to keep them out here because you're fenced off. But if you are like this house next door with no fence and you let your dog out on its own, beware. So this is similar to the last one in terms of the size. This is basically 0.95 of an acre, so just shy of an acre. House is definitely bigger though, right? It's a bigger house, so it might not look as big back here because it's a bigger house, but in any event, the number one reason why people buy here in Bridgewater of Jupiter is you get a lot of land. So this is a different kind of neighborhood. Like I said, there's no clubhouse. The big pieces of big pieces of land. As you can see over here, I don't know how well you can see it, but that's a house that was bought and sold, and someone's living there, and they're putting all kinds of exotic palms in there, landscaping. If you spend $3, $4, or $5 million on a house, you got to do landscaping. I think I've been calling it the retreat at Bridgewater. The reserve at Bridgewater, or preserve. They're both wrong. It's actually the retreat at Bridgewater. This is where they have these. They had 8 sites originally, and they sold 3 already. So there's 5 left. Here's a couple of them. There's one down that way. You have a couple here. I see lot 77 off in the distance. There's a big sign for it there. Lot 77 is 4.6 acres. You've got one here. The biggest one is lot 78, which I want to say can't see it, but it's one of those back there. That's over 5 acres, 5.03 acres. They're all back there. You can see these people here. I said 3 were being built. There's one right here. Big garage, big house. These are like $8 million houses. These are a lot. It's in the back end of Bridgewater, so it's private, and not many people, unless you live back here, no one's going to be back here. You got your own little bridge here, actually. See the big B there on the bridge? You have your own little bridge here. You have your own little retreat. So it's a very quiet area. Every piece of property here is about 5 acres, 5 acres in size. This area, the retreat at Bridgewater, is the gem of Bridgewater. Jupiter, Palm Beach, paradise here in South Florida.